What's up, everyone? Let's see, today's March 28th, 2012. It's been a long past few days. Um, I'm sure most of you know what's going on, but I'll bring everyone up to speed. So here we go. Probably about, I don't know, 5, 6 weeks ago, maybe, I was having some really bad headaches, and my skin was itching really bad, and just something wasn't right. I knew something wasn't right, but didn't know what it was. The doctors didn't even know what was going on. It was, yeah. Well, it kind of went on and on and on, and nothing seemed to help. I I had a business trip for Harley all set to go. I was supposed to spend 10 days in Daytona, and I couldn't bring myself to go on that trip with this still pending. I still had these questions, still had these headaches, and the itching was insane. Like, like ants crawling over your inside and outside your body just 24/7. So I had to figure it out. Anyway, long story short, I got an MRI done the day before I was supposed to go to Daytona, and it wasn't good. We my brain, the leukemia had gone into my brain, and like 90% of my brain was saturated with leukemia, and that's where the pain was coming from. Was you've got all those ripples on your brain, the coatings and stuff. Well, you can't even see the thickness of how it's so thin. Those membranes are so thin, but mine were thick. So your brain is supposed to be able to move around in this watery fluid, cerebral spinal fluid, and so you can move your head back and forth, and your brain just kind of floats there. Well, mine was hard as a rock, and any kind of movement at all, and it was terrible headache. Yeah, within 10 minutes I was packing a bag and in the car and on my way to Freighter, and that's when I had brain surgery to have something installed into my head called an Ommaya shunt, or an Ommaya reservoir. It gives the doctors a means to be able to inject chemotherapy directly into the brain, bypassing the skull. Might be able to see I got a bit of a bump. It kind of sticks up, but I've got stitches and staples. I just got those removed, but I'll have this thing, and it's basically a reservoir that sits on top of my head with a tube that goes through the brain into the very center of my brain, where there's a open pocket that's where the chemo goes anyway. So I had that done, along with 30 gray, or 3,000 rads of whole brain radiation. That's so that we'll call that the sixth occurrence of leukemia I've had. This is the first time it's been in the brain. And what's peculiar about it is that my bone marrow was showing 0.02% leukemia, while my brain was showing 90%, which means these are two completely separate occurrences of cancer going on simultaneously. If it were the other, it's a million times more common to see 90% in the bone marrow and just a little bit in the brain. But this is evidence that it spawned and grew in the brain itself, and then also in the bone marrow. So I do have some good news in that the last fluid that they removed from the brain and tested didn't show any evidence of leukemia in my brain. And that doesn't mean they're stopping chemo there. They're still going to give me some chemo to my brain, I think more as a precautionary. Let's make sure we can get the rest of it, but at least the brain cancer has gotten better. So that's part one. Part two is the bad part. So the plan was, let's take care of the brain. We know you got 90% cancer up there. We got to get that out. When we're finished with that treatment, we'll do another bone marrow biopsy and see where your leukemia is at in the rest of your body. I had the bone marrow transplant from my anonymous donor, not a sibling this time. That was earlier this year, and the hope for that transplant is that we know I've got active leukemia blasts in my body, and the donated immune system, the intent is that it kills off the rest of it, because we know no matter how much chemo, no matter how much radiation that they give me, that the cancer will live. And that the only hope is that someone's immune system would be able to finish it off. Well, I had a bone marrow biopsy Thursday, just a few days ago, and they called me the next day, or they called Carrie, and actually I couldn't bring myself to talk to him after she told me the news. And the immune system's not working. It's the cancer's growing fast, very fast, very fast. And they're giving me I had an appointment yesterday, just a consult with my oncologist, and to discuss quality of life versus quantity of life. That was I knew that's what we were going to be talking about, and it was a long weekend of, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What kind of quality are we talking about? How much quantity are we talking about? Am I going to have to go through a month of really nasty treatment to maybe buy me 2 weeks? I don't know. I really did. I had no idea. So it was. Yeah. Anyway, so we did a lot of thinking. All right, me and Carrie, a lot of crying, a lot of stuff. It's just, oh man. the more I thought about everything, and and I just I can't quit. I can't. It's just not possible. As you can see, here I am, right? I on Monday during the consult, he started proposing some. You got three choices, which actually I didn't have three choices because they denied one of them, but it was um, a study that he wanted me in to get me in, but you have to be eligible to get the treatment. You can't just say, "Oh, can I have this chemo?" It's not like that with these studies. You got to be, if you've had cancer too many times, that knocks you out. If you've had it, the wrong, I don't know. They like to pick their patients. So we found out pretty soon that actually I wasn't going to be able to receive that regimen, um, which left me with, well, I guess actually did leave me with three options, not two. The other three options were a phase 1 study down in Texas at MD Anderson. Where phase 1 studies are 90% fail rate, act of God kind of a thing, if it were to work. I mean, really the phase 1s are, it's my understanding no one comes back from those. So, but there are some success stories out there. I wasn't about to pick up and go to Texas and roll the dice, I suppose. His next option was, he laid it right out on the table. He said, "You will not be cured of cancer." If that's verbatim, but this will take your life, and he couldn't give me a timeline on how long that would take, but doing nothing at all, a week, 2 weeks, it's that fast. And maybe try to check something off my bucket list or something. I don't know, but that. There's, man, this is so tough to talk about. And then the other option was really, really, really high dose chemotherapy, cytarabine, which I've had before, but not in the quantities we're talking right now. So I've had 3 doses now. I've got 9 more to go, and I'm already sick. I just started. By next week, I know this is not gonna go well, but I've been doing this for almost 9 years now, and there's no way I'm gonna quit. No way. I can't do it. It just doesn't compute. So, keep on keeping on, right? I don't know what else to say. I guess I love you guys. Just yeah. All right. Sorry for. Okay. All right. Anyway, I'll might do another video, or I might even write a journal next time. Just to I kind of miss writing, but that's my update for the day, the weekend. I hope I didn't leave anything major out, and if I did, I'll try to get another update out sooner than later. But thank you all so very much for all of your support. Love you.